Germany and Switzerland sit side by side in Central Europe, sharing borders, language roots, and some cultural history. Yet anyone traveling between the two quickly realizes that these nations feel like entirely different worlds. From the way people live and work to the rhythms of daily life, even to the pace of urban versus rural environments, Germany and Switzerland offer contrasting experiences that go beyond maps and geography. Observers often say Germany is dynamic, busy, and expansive, while Switzerland feels precise, serene, and contained. Understanding why this contrast exists requires looking closely at culture, governance, economy, social behavior, and even natural landscapes. Germany is large. With over 80 million residents spread across 16 states, its cities range from the sprawling industrial zones of the Ruhr to the artistic vibrancy of Berlin, and from the Baroque charm of Dresden to the business hub of Frankfurt. Switzerland, in contrast, is small, with a population of just over 8 million. Its cities, though well-developed, feel intimate and organized, never overcrowded. This difference in scale alone shapes perceptions. In Germany, life can feel energetic, chaotic at times, and full of variety. Trains are busy, streets crowded, and the pace of urban life is fast. In Switzerland, even in major cities like Zurich, Geneva, or Basel, there is a sense of calm, order, and predictability. Sidewalks aren't overcrowded, public transport runs to the second, and public spaces feel intentionally designed to reduce stress. The economic contrast is equally notable. Germany's economy is massive and diverse. Industrial powerhouses like Volkswagen, BMW, and Siemens coexist with tech startups, export industries, and small family-owned businesses. The country thrives on manufacturing, engineering, and a strong export-oriented economy. Switzerland, however, leans heavily on banking, finance, and specialized high-tech industries. Swiss wealth is more concentrated. Salaries are high, but so are living costs. While Germany has regions of extreme wealth and others with average or modest incomes, Switzerland's prosperity is uniform, and public infrastructure reflects this. Roads, trains, hospitals, and schools are top-tier everywhere, not just in the capital or business hubs. This creates a sense of living in a well-oiled machine, whereas in Germany, experiences vary dramatically depending on location. Language provides another visible distinction. Both countries share German as a primary language, but accents and dialects differ sharply. Swiss German, Schweizerdeutsch, is distinct enough that even Germans sometimes struggle to understand it fully. Furthermore, Switzerland is multilingual, with French, Italian, and Romansch spoken in various regions. Daily life often requires switching languages depending on location, creating a sense of structured diversity. In Germany, the linguistic environment is more uniform, and even when dialects are strong, communication across regions remains straightforward. This contributes to Switzerland feeling more segmented but orderly, while Germany feels broad and connected. Culture shapes behavior in subtle ways. Germans are often described as expressive, opinionated, and sometimes blunt. They value efficiency but tolerate chaos and debate as part of public life. Street markets bustle, city events attract crowds, and public spaces hum with energy. Swiss culture prioritizes discretion, privacy, and consensus. People speak softly, avoid confrontation, and follow rules meticulously. Public areas are quiet, litter-free, and orderly. Trains and buses run precisely, and residents expect punctuality in all areas of life. Even social interactions reflect these tendencies. While Germans may openly debate politics or personal opinions, Swiss citizens prefer measured conversation and often keep private matters private. The approach to work and leisure also differs. Germans work hard, but regional differences in pace and culture mean that in some cities, business runs late into the evening, while rural areas maintain a slower tempo. Swiss work culture is intense but balanced. Long hours are compensated by strict vacation policies, predictable schedules, and generous public holidays. Weekends are treated seriously, often involving outdoor activities or family time rather than social obligations. This contributes to the perception that Switzerland is calm and orderly, while Germany feels more diverse in lifestyle and energy. Urban design and city life further highlight differences. German cities can be eclectic, blending medieval architecture with modern skyscrapers, often with a mix of dense population and open spaces. Public transport is extensive but can be crowded, and cities sometimes feel alive with noise and movement. Switzerland's urban planning emphasizes harmony, aesthetics, and efficiency. Streets are clean, buildings follow consistent architectural standards, and public spaces are designed to feel spacious despite limited land. The Swiss value subtlety over spectacle. Luxury is quiet, not ostentatious, and even high-end neighborhoods feel modest and well integrated. Nature also plays a role in perception. Germany has varied landscapes: the flat plains of the north, the forested hills of the central regions, and the Alps in the south. Its sheer size creates a diversity of natural experiences, with dense cities interspersed with forests, rivers, and lakes. Switzerland's natural beauty is concentrated, dramatic, and integrated into daily life. Alpine peaks, glacial lakes, and deep valleys dominate the landscape, creating a feeling of compactness and visual order. Residents live close to nature. Hiking, skiing, and outdoor recreation are often accessible within minutes from urban areas. The natural environment reinforces the country's sense of calm and contained energy. Food and dining illustrate differences in culture and lifestyle. German cuisine is hearty, regional, and abundant. Street food, beer gardens, and bakeries are ubiquitous, reflecting a culture that values communal eating and accessible pleasure. Swiss cuisine is refined and careful, reflecting both multicultural influence and attention to detail. Cheese, chocolate, and pastries feature prominently, but dining experiences often feel quieter, more controlled, and intentional. Even casual cafes tend to maintain a calm ambiance, rather than the bustle seen in German city centers. Social systems reinforce the contrasting experiences. Germany offers strong public services, but because of its size, quality varies by region. Some areas excel in healthcare, education, and public safety. Others face shortages or inefficiencies. Switzerland, being smaller and wealthier per capita, provides consistently high-quality services nationwide. This consistency creates a sense of security and reliability in daily life. Citizens can trust that infrastructure, healthcare, and administration will function smoothly wherever they are. Historical context matters as well. Germany has been shaped by reunification, industrialization, and complex political history. Its cities reflect decades of reconstruction, innovation, and regional diversity. Switzerland has maintained neutrality for centuries, avoiding large-scale conflicts that impacted neighboring countries. This history fosters stability, careful planning, and a long-term view in governance and society. Walking through Zurich or Bern, one senses a deliberate approach to growth in urban life, while in Berlin or Munich, energy, experimentation, and cultural layering dominate. Transportation systems highlight daily experiences. Germany's Autobahn is famous for stretches without speed limits, and trains connect the cities across the vast country. Yet commuting can be chaotic and crowded during peak hours. Switzerland's trains and buses, by contrast, operate with clockwork precision. Tunnels, bridges, and mountain passes are engineered with extreme care. Commuters can rely on punctuality to the minute, and this order shapes the feeling of daily life. In Germany, travel feels variable and energetic. In Switzerland, predictable and serene. Even the financial mentality is different. Germans value savings, but also enjoy consumer freedom, travel, and social experiences. Switzerland emphasizes wealth preservation, discreet affluence, and planning for the future. Money's a tool for security, not display. Luxury exists, but quietly. High-end watches, private schools, and discrete vehicles rather than flashy consumption. The result is a culture where appearances feel controlled, deliberate, and intentional. Civic engagement differs too. Germany encourages public debate, protests, and visible activism. Citizens openly discuss political issues and social change. Switzerland relies heavily on consensus building and direct democracy, with citizens participating through referendums rather than public confrontation. Decisions take time, but once made, they are widely accepted. This process contributes to the sense of a smooth, ordered society, contrasting with Germany's energetic and sometimes noisy public life. Finally, the psychological effect of national scale and population density shapes perception. Germany's larger size and diverse population make it feel energetic, sometimes overwhelming, and highly dynamic. Switzerland's small size, limited population, and wealth per capita create a contained, almost protective atmosphere. Visitors often comment that crossing the border feels like entering a different world. The air feels cleaner, the city's quieter, the rhythm slower but precise. Even cultural behaviors from queuing to conversation reinforce this feeling. In conclusion, Germany and Switzerland may share a language and a border, but they offer entirely different experiences of life. Germany is expansive, diverse, energetic, and vibrant, reflecting its industrial and cultural complexity. Switzerland is contained, precise, calm, and uniformly prosperous, reflecting careful planning, consensus-driven governance, and concentrated natural beauty. Traveling between the two countries feels like moving from a vast orchestra of sound and movement to a single, perfectly tuned instrument. Each note deliberate, each rhythm measured. While Germany invites exploration, debate, and energy, Switzerland offers stability, order, and serene prosperity. Understanding these differences explains why the two nations feel like distinct worlds despite their proximity and shared European heritage.